Hi, everybody. David Dilling here from Markzware. Today we have a customer on the Zoom here, Jacques Dubuc. Jacques was unfortunately a customer of Markzware with a bad InDesign file. The good thing is we fixed it. But Jacques, maybe first an introduction, who you are and what you do.
All right. So I'm a graphic designer with a tour operator. His name is Verdie Voyages. We make travel all over the world. And also, we have a website, but we have also a lot of print materials, a lot of brochures, which I do on InDesign, of course. And about 2 weeks ago, I have just finished one of 4 brochures. On the morning, I just opened my InDesign file, go and do a PDF for the manager. We will check the introduction of the brochure. And then InDesign crashed, nothing to worry. So I just relaunched InDesign. Okay, it says my InDesign file. I've never saved the file, in fact, only make a PDF file. And then it says my InDesign file is damaged, nothing to worry, it happens. So I click OK. On the morning, I've done an upgrade of InDesign Creative Cloud, but well, nothing important. And then it says, oh, we are about to treat your InDesign file on our servers. Click OK, OK. And then it said, oh, oops, we cannot repair it. You better redo the project. So
was it also Monday morning or was it?
On the morning, yes, exactly. So what did I do? I just downgraded InDesign to my last version, redone the process, exact same thing. So I opened a chat with the technical services of Adobe, and no, it just says the same, just downgrade, try again, nothing happens. So they told me to put my damaged InDesign file on the Creative Cloud, on the Adobe Cloud. That's what I done, and they said, oh, we will check it. We will have a first answer about 24 hours to check the file. So I was afraid that they didn't check because Adobe, I think, has millions of customers. I don't think our job will be the priority. So I've begun to search other solutions. We deactivate the proxy on our company's internet. Nothing changed, and began to be desperate. I've also looked into the image file using a notebook to see that yeah, it seems quite okay. And it's difficult to understand for a designer, but it seems nothing very important. But no, so I've looked into the web about solution for fixing damage InDesign files. I was browsing different forums, but mostly every people says the same things. You can check it, nothing. And then I saw a post of a guy who said, oh, stop it. If you have this kind of problem, you can check Markzware site. He saved my life, and so on. So I've remembered your company because in the past I was working with Quark Express, and you already published plugins to convert InDesign file to Quark Express. Well,
Flight check maybe.
I know about the company. A lot of plugins. So I just came on to your website so that I can send in my image file. So we pay the fee so you can check the file. And we wait, and about, I don't know, maybe half an hour, you send me a PDF file of my the image indexing file and said, if you want to get back, you just have to pay the
99 euro. Yeah.
The fee, yeah. And so we did, and you give me my ID email and save me about, I don't know, maybe 1 month of
Wow.
work.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was I have, I got to see the file once I opened it, and you're going to let me show the people after we hang up. I'll show how it works, because it's a beautiful layout. It looks like a beautiful trips you guys offer to some very exotic and beautiful places. So I could imagine that would have taken a long time to recreate.
Yeah, sure. Especially, we use also an easy catalog plugin.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the files are linked with our database.
Just want to cut in real quick. We really appreciate Jacques' time to explain the situation and what happened. The DTP file recovery service, which works with Quark Express, InDesign, even sometimes Illustrator PDF files, will fix InDesign files with a very high success rate, and Quark files as well. But just to add, our products like InDesigners and OmniMarkz will also, with a very high percentage, with a high success rate, will also recover the bad files. So that you just drag and drop your InDesign file onto the OmniMarkz app. It's a standalone app. You'll get a preview. If you get a preview, that's already a good sign. And then you just convert to IDML, and that will now open in InDesign. So effectively, recovering your bad InDesign file. So OmniMarkz might be a good option. It's very useful anyway, because it will convert many different file types and allow you to do all kind of cool things with your DTP files. All right, back to the interview.
And by the way, about 2 days later, I got the answer from Adobe. And they said, oh, unfortunately, your file hasn't been recovered. So
Did you tell them about Markzware?
Yes, I've talked about Markzware. And by the way, at the second half of talk about your company and that you recovered my file, they said, "Oh, I'm so sorry for that, and we are going to make me a 3 months Creative Cloud discount."
Oh, that's very nice.
So to cover the fees of the recovery.
Wow.
Wow.
That's very
about
professional.
1 second after I told them that you recovered the file.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Good tip for other people.
Yeah.
Because we
about
do
the recovering, we recovered about, I know about 95% of the files, about
right.
2-3 blocks, text blocks, that the color of the blocks changed, quite strange, and 2 tables that's nothing to worry. That was really nice.
Small, yeah, great to hear. Yeah, exactly. So with bad files, you never know. Sometimes we cannot recover them at all. That's fortunately very small amount. Sometimes we get just like partial recovery, but in general, about 75% of the time we get pretty close to recovery. Exactly. So yeah, great to hear. Well, Jacques, I'm just curious. Have you heard of Flight Check before from your other times?
In the past year, but my company they don't bought it. I only used the integrated flight checking in indd. Then check the separation, some version of the black, some version, something like that.
Right. Understand. We have a new version coming out. Just so you know, it's totally standalone, and it will check and give you a preview of the file, so you can actually see where the problems are, and it takes you and navigates you around. So I'll send you a link. It's in beta now, and I'll leave a link below for the people watching. They can try it too if they like. But
I got it right.
Yeah. Jacques, I'll put a link to your company website. Beautiful layouts. Have you always worked in graphic design, or what's your story a little bit?
Oh, in the past, I was a photographer.
Oh.
I've worked for about 10 years. 10 years as a photographer. Then I came to an ad agency and I became what they call in France a director artistic, art director for ad agencies in the past, about I don't know, about 15 years.
So is that
And made a, sorry.
Is that like copywriter or?
No, art director.
Oh, art director. Ah, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, wow, yeah.
And then I made a small company of my own, but unfortunately we crashed on 2008.
Yeah,
and
tough time.
I became,
yeah,
and then I came salaryman in this company, and it's about 10 years that I do brochures for them.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a nice company. Great work, and looks like fun work too, because it's interesting places, you know. So.
And I've been working in desktop publishing about from the beginning, you know, Quark 332.
Yeah.
Photoshop 1.0.
Yeah. Wow. You saw the whole, just like Markzware, we saw the whole.
Beard.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting times we lived through, you know. Very nice. Well, Jacques, I really appreciate the time and sharing this story, because this might help other people who have the same problem.
And oh, yeah. I recommend your company 100 or 200%. Excellent. It's really nice.
You have a great day, Jacques, and thank you.
Thank you very much, David.
Once again, Jacques, thank you for the time. Now I'm going to show you the bad file. He said we could show this. I'll show you what happens when you try to open the bad file and how we fixed it with OmniMarkz. Okay, let me show you now how this works. I got in the bad file. You fill in the support form, you upload the file. You paid a small fee to analyze the file. It's only 49 euros. If we can't fix it, you lose that. If we can fix it, there is an additional fee of 99 euros in most cases. If the file is really huge, there's a little bit of an extra cost. But so altogether, it's 150 euros to fix a bad file if it works. And most of the time, it does work. So let's first show you what happens when we take this InDesign file here and drop it on Adobe InDesign 2022. You get, boom, cannot open, corrupt bad file, blah, blah, blah. It is damaged and cannot be recovered, error code 5. Error code 5 is very common over the years with bad InDesign files. So, like you heard, Jacques tried the InDesign fixing service to even contact the support, to no avail. It did not work. So now let's show you how Markzware can fix this. So if we go take the same file and we drop it on OmniMarkz, a standalone application from Markzware, which will scan, preview, and report on InDesign, Quark, Illustrator, PDF types of files, and more to give you a report, but also in this case to fix the file. Now it's preparing a preview. Like I said earlier, if it actually previews, that's an excellent sign. But sometimes the preview itself is the cause of the corruption in InDesign itself, in the file itself. So then you want to try some advanced techniques, which under File. So there we go. And some of the advanced techniques are File, Convert to IDML directly. That bypasses the preview and opens the file right up for you. So very handy for those tricky files that you might come across. And it's sometimes always good to, big files, to export as IDML along the way every once in a while as sort of backup. Here you see the layout. It's just an amazing layout. Very, very well done, very professional. And you, with OmniMarkz, you can get a great overview of the file before taking the next steps, whether it's making a report of the file and sharing it with people in your workflow, or creating a low-res PDF for sharing with other people, or to export in various formats, images, or if you want to share just one page like this cool graphic, you right-click and share on social media, for instance, like Twitter, something like that. And you could actually tweet this off to your followers as a sort of, I'm not going to do that right now, but you see how easy it is. Right, so now in this case, the most important thing is you just click open InDesign, or you could export to IDML and get the same thing. And there's all kind of automations we can do. So you can just click open InDesign, that will pop it open InDesign. But I just want to show you how it works. You go to IDML, you export the IDML, and then you get right here, you get everything. You get the low-res previews. Actually, it's the images will be exported at the resolution used. So you'll get all those there. And then we can take this file and we can just open it right up in InDesign. Remember, this file was not opening just seconds ago. And there we go, opening right up for us. And now you can see you can get back to work in this very cool layout that Jacques created. I mean, look at that, amazing tables and graphs. So everything is fixed and corrected. Like he said, there was a couple things that went haywire, but for the most part, it was fixed. But boy, if you're down there in France or can speak French, it looks like some great trips they offer. Amazing trips. One, I can see it looking at the pictures. Right, so that's the bad file. That's how OmniMarkz can help you, report, let you see where your problem files might be, and to be able to fix these bad files. Now, I mentioned flight check. Let's just show you flight check real fast here. It's very similar to OmniMarkz on one hand, but what flight check has, which OmniMarkz doesn't, is the pre-flight ground controls or pre-flight preferences, where you can actually set up your ground controls to check for what you want to find as a problem. So the beauty of flight check is it's standalone. It's outside of InDesign. So I can take any file, like so I'm taking a PDF InDesign file. You can also check Illustrator, Quark files, drop them on flight check. And the beauty is it's standalone, so you don't need to have InDesign or Quark or Acrobat open. And now we're checking here adjust these windows a little bit. I'm checking here, this is the InDesign file. So you can see we can get all the different things based on our ground controls. We can actually see, for instance, okay, is embedded. Which one's embedded? Boom. That one's embedded. All right. Well, I want to address that. Let me click Edit and Design. And not only does it open the file, it takes us right to that problem and selects it. So now I can say, well, I don't want that to be embedded. And you can go into your, so that's how I can fix things. And you can go back into, and if you would save this, it would tell you it's been saved. It would read pre-flight, and you can go further with your work. The PDF, very similar. You get a nice overview of the file. You can see, oh, look at that. Some of those are out of range. Well, which ones? Well, that one. Okay. Well, I don't have the original file. I have a PDF. I'm a printer. You could ask the customer for the original file, but you could also go edit in Acrobat. And then we actually fire up Acrobat and take you right into the problem, so you can, use the PDF editor of your choice, whether it's Pitstop or the Callus technology within Acrobat itself or some other tools. There's so many ways to edit PDFs nowadays. So there we go. We go in there and we could actually click Edit PDF and get down to the business of what we need to do. So this flight check is in beta. I'll put a link down below where you can grab it right now and start using it and trying it. It has a full package, so you can actually take your native files and package them with all fonts and images used, even creating an IDML for you. So it's very, very cool, and check it out over on the website. I'll put the link below. So that's how Jacques fixes bad file with our service. We can also use one of our products like OmniMarkz, which is a combination of IDMarkz and PDFmarkz and QXPmarkz. IDMarkz will handle InDesign files, PDFmarkz, PDF Illustrator files, and QXPmarkz Quark files. So if you just need to fix real fast, you can just get IDMarkz, and that will do the same thing you just saw OmniMarkz do to fix the bad InDesign file that Jacques had. But OmniMarkz is really cool because it includes everything in one, so you can convert and preview many different file formats in one application. So David Dilling from Markzware wishing you a fantastic day. And once again, Jacques, thank you for your time. Take care, everybody.